Hey guys, Stu here. Hope you guys are ready for some Super Mario Bros. 2 action. Oops. So first thing to note, there are going to be 4 characters in this speed run. Toad and Luigi are going to be the most used. We're going to start out with Mario here. He has a slightly boosted jump compared to Toad, which we'll get to see in not this room, but the next room. Starting off with there's 3 clips in this run. First one's right here. So I start my climb animation right before the potion bops me on the head, and that's going to clip me out of bounds initially. Oh no! I messed up the second clip. Oh no! I'm dead. Well, that's not the way I wanted this run to start. That's fine though. Let's pretend that never happened. Normally I don't take damage here on that shy guy. Let's try this again. There we go. Got a second try. Not a big deal. That is the second clip of the run, and much harder than the potion clip. Again, try to climb the ladder right before the shy guy hits you on the head, and that'll bounce you down under the screen, and we're able to use that to go out of bounds to the Birdo room. Yeah, not that bad. Now we're going to see Luigi. His specialty is the super high jumps and super long jumps, which you can see help us cross that chasm right there, no problem. We're actually going to pick up this key, not for the door, but actually for the Birdo coming up. I think I actually got a small bounce on the Ninja, so I don't think I'll be able to get the triple hit, but we'll be able to get a quick double hit. Yeah, so the small Ninja bounce prevented us from getting 3 hits right away with the key. But a double right there with an extra pickup, not too shabby. And now for the real hero of the run, we got Toad. His specialty is when he picks up items, he's going to run real fast. Look how he's running right now, and now look how he's running. So much faster, so much speedier. What a guy. And this next room is one of the scary ones for a marathon, I would say. There's a clip right here, but if you fail it, unlike the other 2 clips, there really is no backup. So I'm going to give it 2 shots at this clip, riding the shy guy down. Got it first try, very nice. Very nice right there. I was going to give it 2 tries and then do the developer strat if both those tries failed, but we're in there. So that was the last, that was the last clip of the run. Notice we crouch jumped into this eagle head so we could cut that corner and land right on this platform. Saves a little bit of time. Now we're just going to kill this bouncer with his own bombs. If you get here at the right time, he's in a really nice pattern where it's a super easy boss fight. And that'll be kind of the theme of this run. Whenever you do everything the way you plan to, all the global timers sync up nicely to give you good patterns. The second that you get off, though, everything's in slightly a different pattern and will definitely cost you a little bit of time as you get acclimated to it. This game is just built around global timers. So this is going to be our first instance in the run where we're going to collect cherries. 5 cherries is going to give us a star, and we're going to use that star in this level to kill Birdo really fast. However, the star only has a limited amount of time on it, and this level is very tight in terms of how you can get to Birdo with star power. So take a little delay there. Oh, come on. Nice, okay. I got the star going to the left. You notice I did a little bit of a delay there so that the star was more left, so that I would pick it up later so I'd have more time on star power to reach that Birdo, which I did just barely. You notice how I took damage as I killed him. That's how tight that window is. I had a little bit of a mess up at the ladder section, which made it that much more tight. But we in there. That saves 10 seconds if you get that over having to shoot out his eggs normally. Oh no! Okay. Get up there. Get up there. Oh, okay, we collect. That's fine. I'll just avoid those 2 cherries. So yeah, the cherry route's very important. You definitely want to collect the final cherry at the right spot so you don't get a star spawn too early. So for this star, we want to collect the last cherry right before a sniff it, so that we can blaze past him without worrying about his bullets killing us. Now this is a section where you could theoretically do it without star, but it's just so much easier and safer. Because like right there, if I didn't have star, I would have been okay, but then I'm relying on chance. So yeah, let's just bypass that. So here's our, I believe, first instance of the red birdo. The pink birdo shoots out an egg every 4 seconds. Dang. Whereas the red birdo shoots out in spurts of 3, but they can be fireballs or eggs. I was actually taking a little bit of a delay throwing the block during the second hit right there on purpose. I was going to try to throw or drop the block on top of the birdo while he spit out a regular egg, and if done properly, the egg would hit birdo and then bounce up in the air, oops, and then hit birdo again for a quick 2-hit. Wow, I really messed up the Bezo patterns there. If you set things up right, those Bezos do not get in your way. In fact, at the very beginning of this level, I did a ladder jump off the right side to try to spawn the Bezos properly. I think I got distracted while talking and I messed up the rest of the patterns, but that's fine. Unfortunately, we did... Oh no, I collected an extra cherry somewhere. Well, that's unfortunate. That's fine, though. We'll just take it a little safe in the next one. We're going to use that star. Okay. We were going to use that star to kill the Sparky in this room, but that's fine. We'll just let him bypass it. Bypass us. It's unfortunate we didn't save our extra health bar, though. We do want 2 health normally going into this next boss for a really quick kill. We could have used the iframes to grab a bird and get another double hit. Kind of like I mentioned with the egg and birdo, where I was going to drop the mushroom block and get 2 hits with the egg at the same time. I would have done the same thing with this bird coming up in this level against the mushroom block I'm about to throw. But since I only have 1 heart, I have to do it the safe, standard, casual way, unfortunately. Not terribly slow, but not optimal. So there we got our first instance of Fanfare Skip. This is a SNES exclusive. The NES version does not allow that. Or you can't do that in this NES version. But if you press start at the right frame, you'll be able to stop the fanfare essentially and be able to move right into the door. If done optimally, you can save about 4 seconds for every single boss in this game. Now, obviously, I took multiple pauses there, so not 100% optimal, so not the full time save, but definitely faster than waiting around for the fanfare. Oops. Okay, let's just not do vine jumps there. Normally, when you beat a boss and you get the fanfare, you're frozen in time. So, shouts to Fanfare Skip. You notice how I was talking about the rope jumps, vine jumps, etc. Those are all very small frame windows. Unless you are, oops, Luigi. His window's a little bit bigger, just because of the way he kind of like falls. But essentially, when you're climbing a ladder, you can go left or right off of the ladder, and right before you fall, you can actually press jump to gain new height and climb those sections a little bit faster than intended. Oof, that was a bad fire spitter pattern. We'll see another vine jump or ladder jump right here to help us get out of bounds. Climb over or jump over all these unnecessary ladders. Go straight to our favorite friend Birdo. This boss is definitely, or this Birdo I think is one of the harder ones. Oops. Especially with only 1 heart. So I took that extra safe, and you'll notice I was actually able to pick up an item and phase through one of his projectiles. You do have some invincibility frames during the pickup animation, so I intentionally delayed just to make sure I wouldn't take damage since I only had 1 heart. This is probably the second hardest level in the run. Obviously this first room and this next room are pretty easy, but then it really ramps up difficulty in the fire spitter room. We're gonna take this ninja all the way to the top, well not all the way, but like halfway up to us, and with momentum jumps here, kind of like I go left right wiggling to get a little bit of extra momentum to get just enough height to clear those snippets. Take that Ninja all the way up here, uses high jump to climb that hill. A quick rope jump there helps me bypass that fire spitter. That's perfectly done. Oh no! Man. Oh no! Okay, I'll just... Man, I did the hard part. I did the hard part really well, and then I messed up the simple climbing right there. Very unfortunate. But yeah, once you get through that fire spitter room, then you have this kind of difficult Sparky room. It's not terrible, and again, we're going to use some momentum jumps right there to reach these platforms. And I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the game how Mario has a little bit of a better jump than Toad, and you can see right there that we barely make those platforms. So that's why we pick Mario in this level over Toad. Okay, so Mouser 1, super easy. Mouser 2, way more challenging. Ugh, shoot. Okay, let's just... Yeah. His platform is higher, raised up higher in the second fight than in the first fight. So you have to have a little bit better jumps. I don't think I can use that one. Nope. Okay, we're just gonna take it safe here. That should be good enough. I think that's hit number 5. Yeah. Okay. Nice. We got Fanthrow Skip. So yeah, that's a really tough level. Definitely the cause of a lot of resets during PB attempts. Okay. Once we start this level, we're into the ice world now, and on ice you move. You don't like get to max velocity as quickly. You have a little bit of a delay. So at the very beginning of this level and a few other rooms in this world, we're gonna start the rooms with jumps to make sure we get to the right max speed. This is one of the few levels where we don't actually have a mini boss fight. There is no Birdo in this level. Part of the reason why this is one of the easier levels in the game. If you memorize the route on where to jump, it's all you really have to do. Okay, or just slide off, that's fine. All you really have to do is jump, and then once you get this orb, you're done. So, pretty straightforward level. Okay, this is another level where we're going to really focus on our cherry grabs. Nothing to grab in this first room in terms of cherries, but the next room there's going to be several cherries. We're only going to grab the first one. Now remember, you need 5 cherries to get a star. In this next room we could get a lot of cherries, but we're only grabbing this first one because the next room has 4 cherries right in a row, and we want to grab the star as late as possible. So that we can kill the Birdo that's coming up. We're doing a pretty cool strat here as well. We're going to use some iframes and Toad's ability to run fast with holding an enemy to get through this spike section without taking his vehicle. And if we do everything fast, we made a little bit of a mistake, so the star didn't spawn quite in the optimal spot, but it was close enough. Only like maybe a 2-second time loss from that. Yeah, we're going to take this all the way to the Birdo. Very, very nice. Okay, now this is a tough first room, not because of the strat, but because if you mess it up, you miss out a cycle on this Birdo, and this Birdo shoots eggs every 4 seconds. And so if you are a little slow in that first ladder room, you're losing 4 seconds. So it's pretty annoying when you're trying to get a really nice PB. Again, another ice room where we're going to start with jumps just to make sure we get up to a good starting speed. Now we're going to time our hits on this fire guy. I'm going to throw this at a very particular time so that the little guys all spawn together. Dang, no fanfare skip there. Yeah, this fight is super easy if you get that setup correct. The second you make a mistake, though, and the little guys, like, spawn off in different directions, that fight becomes just an absolute menace. Because it takes so long to pick up items in this game that they'll get, like, several hops towards you while you're trying to pick stuff up. So even if you look like you're in a safe spot, you can easily get wamboozled. This is a tough jump right there. You have to be pretty far to the right. To make sure you actually cross that gap. Otherwise, this room's pretty easy. Very nice, Birdo. Okay, if there's any much to say about this. We're this next level, we're just going to be using Luigi to abuse his vine jumping abilities. I kind of mentioned how the ladder jumps, vine jumps, etc. are all kind of tight windows, 2 or 3 frames. I don't exactly know the number, but they're very, very small. However, Luigi does have an increased window just because of the way he falls. And since this upcoming room is nothing but vine, having it easier vine jumps is very nice. So you can see just how fast we can get through this section. Perfect. Very well, very well executed. Happy with that. Now we're going to test out our basketball skills here against this next Birdo. I think this is one of the more annoying, well, at least for me, this was one of the more annoying Birdos to get accustomed to. The bridge that you fight him on is kind of awkward because there's a gap and a fish right in the way, but we're going to actually use that fish to our advantage. First get this fadeaway shot. Perfect. So we got the fadeaway shot, picked up the second egg on the way, backwards, then used it, using a D-boost to make it more consistent for myself, and then lastly picking up the fish to get the third final hit. Very, very smooth. And now time for the hardest level in the run. I'm going to do a marathon safe strat. Normally in PB attempts, you're going to, the first bomb that I pick up, I would normally damage through on purpose to use the iframes to go through the second bomb explosion. This one in particular right there, I would use iframes to go through that bomb explosion. But then I'd have 1 heart for this next room, and this room is really tough. It's a very important mechanic right here. When I release, when I throw the item, I also release B. Because when you're holding B, you fall slower in the air. Or sorry, when you're holding B, you fall slower in the air. And in that particular scenario, if you fall slow, you'll still be in range of the bomb explosion. So not only do you have to throw that bomb, you also need to release B. So that's a very, very tricky strat to do. And if you only have 1 heart going into there, you have to nail it perfectly, otherwise you die. So I'm going to take this Shy Guy because I'm going to be able to get multiple hits off of the Birdo with that Shy Guy by tossing it into the egg. Pretty decent Birdo there. There is a setup you can do to get 3 hits off with the Shy Guy. It's a little bit less consistent though. A little bit harder, so we're just gonna take it easy there. No, dude. Yes, okay, cool. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. So that's one of the situations where we did not save time by fanfare skipping there. That was... I started pausing way too early, apparently. But yeah, that boss, if you throw items against the right wall... if you throw items against the right wall, you can hit him multiple times with the same rock. So that's a nice little optimization there. Ends up being a little bit luck-based, though. You can actually get a full 5-hit in 1 rock attempt, but again, that's just luck-based. Happy to get a 3 and a 2 is not terrible. I don't know, is this the first green Birdo? I don't know if it is or not, but I'll talk, no, it's not the first one, but I didn't mention it earlier, but I've talked about pink Birdos every 4 seconds fire an egg, the red ones fire in spurts of 3, the green ones only spit fireball, so we have to use blocks to kill them. And now this is the one where you're gonna need to hold your breath. This is a very tricky strat. I'm gonna do a camera manip there to respawn a bird, and then I did not get my jump off. Like I said, this is a tough level. Not too surprised I failed that. Need to kill this fire spitter though. It's crucial. Otherwise, that guy's fire gets in the way. So yeah, we're gonna do a lot of tight jumps here. And this is a game where there's no buffered inputs, so if I press B too early before I actually land on one of those birds, my jump won't register and I'll fall to my death like what happened earlier. And if I... where's my... This is fine. Oh! He went... Ah, I should have gone to the other one. That was poor decision making, I guess. I thought for sure he would have gone the other way. Again, it's all because I missed that throw right there. Much better the next time around. So yeah, not ideal, but we'll allow it. Tough level for sure. Definitely one of the scarier ones in the run. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the hardest, but definitely one of the scariest. Okay, we're gonna do a jump off of this potion. We're gonna throw it in the wall, and then use that to jump off it to reach the high side of that hilltop. You can go under using the quicksand, but that is much slower. So shouts to Luigi for being able to make that. Nice. There's the example of the double hit. I threw the mushroom block on, or dropped the mushroom block on top of the egg as it was coming out, and the egg bounces up and down and hits the Birdo twice. I'm going to be jumping off this first mushroom block. I kept it for until the very end, so I get just a little bit of extra height to be able to reach the snake boss. One more usage of Luigi. Just gonna use him to cross over these huge gaps. Our boy Luigi has done us proud this speedrun for sure. And we're gonna have one last strat that casual players might not know about is jumping off of that Sniffit during his high point of his jump animation. Does let Luigi climb over that gap safe and sound. Very nice. Cool, and we in there. Oh no, I should have been patient. Using the iframes for the final hit. No problem. Okay, and last level. A tight jump here at the end, or in the very beginning of this room, I should say. That cloud jump right there. You gotta make sure you're at the very edge of that before you jump, otherwise you'll bonk into the post and fall to your death. Okay, past that ninja section. Taking the enemy with us, because, again, Toad does move faster while holding enemies. And another instance of an out-of-bounds jump right here. Doing a little jumps to get to a Birdo a little bit quicker. We're supposed to take these these chain links through several different rooms to eventually get to this Birdo. And when you kill this Birdo, you do unlock the key. But for whatever reason, by jumping out of bounds, the key's already unlocked for us, so we don't actually have to kill the Birdo. Since I do have 2 hearts, I will do a D-boost here to get 2 hits off that eagle head right away. And then now we're off to the final boss. We're off to Wart. The veggies spawn middle, right. Oh shoot, I missed again. Really? Middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, etc. So you just follow that pattern. Pretty easy. There's also a pattern of 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, I missed. Okay, so I'm counting 4s and 6s. When the bubbles go off screen, I can do a 4 count, and I'll be able to hit him right when his mouth opens up. And when he flashes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shoot, it's early. It's fine. Still got it. You can do a 6 count on his flash to get the next hit. One last fanfare skip. Didn't get it. Unfortunate, but that's fine. Pretty good run. And hit time when the cork unleashes. And there you have it. A Super Mario Bros. 2 all-level speedrun in 24 minutes and 18 seconds. Not too shabby. Pretty happy with that. And you can see at the end, we used Toad 10 times, Luigi 7, Mario twice, and Peach once. Which is, again, kind of interesting, because as a casual playthrough, Peach is usually the go-to because she can float, making some of the sections seem easier, but her abilities really don't tend very well to the speedrun aspect of the game. because pretty much Luigi will outclass her in any setting. So yeah, fun stuff. Really fun platform. The only really annoying part of this game is the first world where there are the 3 clips. But once you get past that, there's a lot of really fun platforming and cool techniques in this game, and there's a lot of global timer-based stuff. So if that interests you, you should definitely check it out. Nice short run.